With online, you pass two critical tests, three critical tests. You pass the test of visibility. You pass the test of recognizability. You pass the test of transferability. Visibility is that all the computers in the world are on one spot. That's what you call browsing. Every time you are online, you are actually in front of all the phones, computers in the world. With tech, anybody, anywhere can see you. If everybody is wise, wisdom will be common with that right.
Feedback from the future.
A policeman and an armed robber have the same background. I hope you know. You have to be careful how you judge people. You know that the police officer here and the armed robber here grew up in the same neighborhood, under the same economic conditions. One of them chose to be a police officer. Honestly, it's noble. It's quite noble to have chosen to be a police officer. His friend did not choose it. He chose to be an armed robber under the same economic condition. Then they grew up and the armed robber has a gun. The policeman too has a gun. Then his salary is not paid. If it's paid on tiny amount. Do you know police officers die every day? Do you know they die for you? I hope you know that policemen die in this country fighting crime. I know there's no insurance. They die for nothing. Their children, everybody gone. They have stressed. When he was alive, they were stressed. Now that he's dead, no, there's no adjective to describe their condition. You have to go and sit with them to understand what the kids of police officers go through, even while the police officers were around. Do you know that it's better to die than to endure the torture of failed dreams? Do you know every human being has a dream inside of them planted by God? That if anything, I have a right to raise my children, to believe that they will do well enough to offer me comfort at twilight. In the least, every human being has that. To now know that you will never have it, you know you are not going to have that thing, is torture. Probably one of the highest level of torture. So the police officer cannot dream. His dreams are useless. He's hungry. You don't pay him regularly. He's endangered critically. You not give him a gun and say, protect us. Wow. The last person with his type of hunger and insecurity who had a gun was the armed robber. You don't allow the police officer to be in that state and say, give us a gun. Take care of us. So if he asks you for a bribe, honestly, it's probably the highest level of kindness. There are other things he can do. He can shoot you off. You are the one that has a vision. I always tell people, every poor person died twice. Twice. You don't threaten somebody poor with death. If he's afraid, he's not poor yet. By the time he's living, but trust me, he's dead. How do you tell people that if you traffic cocaine to our country, it's capital punishment, we will kill you? And they will say, we will still do it. Because he's already dead. See, when I did not traffic it, what's my state? I'm dead. If I traffic and I escape, I live. If you catch me and you kill me, well, I'm already dead. So I'm going to try it. So you are the one that have a dream. The guy will just look at you and say, what is he saying? One day, a police officer stopped me and I said, good afternoon, sir. He said, what did you say? I said, good afternoon, sir. He said, I got to go. I said, no, because of my own research, I was curious. You stopped me. Why did you ask me to be going? He said, oh, God, go. Don't worry. I said, no, I just want to understand. He said, so he volunteered the information. And I'm just paraphrasing. He said, in his life as a police officer, nobody has said sir to him before. On this job, nobody has said sir. So he's so deprived of dignity and honor that at the mention of a word, sir, it didn't matter if I have 300 human heads in my trunk. It didn't matter anymore. It didn't matter if I have guns, if I'm going to go and rob a bank. It didn't check me, just said, go. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, at times we need to be extra aware that we are not enough, that we are all living in a fragile system, and that people really need help and support, and that the fulfillment of our dreams has to be about the lifting of community, not just about our own comfort. We have to represent that from day one, and we have to let God know we represent that from day one. I've lost count of how many school fees we've paid abroad. Not because we have the money. I'm telling you the truth. We do some things. I was telling somebody, I said, you actually think I have a lot of money? Because I did this, you heard that I did this, you heard that this person is schooling abroad, and we pay the school fees. Look, sometimes I don't have a dime in my bank account. And that same day, somebody is reaching out to me and say, sir, I need this help. And this is the help. And this is what we need to do. And I'm like, okay. Now, I don't respond to everything I hear. We investigate, we check it. But if I pass that idea to be noble and something has to be done, is that the money is in my pocket or is in my network? Yeah. So we're going to go for it. It's yet to fail till today. Just the commitment that we can make a difference. You know? We can change our corner of the world. You can't change the world is too big. Be mindful of your corner of it. Maybe if you really mind the business of your corner, you will see the geography of that corner expanding and expanding and expanding. Right? So I want to first challenge you. And this is not in the books. Today, by the end of the day, take a decision about a percentage of your income from today that is going into personal social responsibility. Decide it. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. If you can't do a percentage amount, say from today, 5,000 naira, I will put it aside to look at my environment and commit to a cause. Do something. If you are earning above 70,000 naira in this country, you can bless somebody with 500 naira a month. You can. And it may look like nothing to you, but there's somebody that will receive 500 naira, you have changed their life in that moment. And if you commit to that 500 bucks every month, before you know what is happening, you are giving that 500 bucks to 20 people. Before you know what is happening, you are giving it to 2,000 people. Before you know what is happening, you are paying some money for some people, you are creating relief. Before you know what is happening, you have a budget of $1 billion going into welfare economics every year. You are building libraries, building institutions. We have to think like that. All of the people you admire, from Bill Gates to Elon Musk to all of those guys, are committed to some work in society. And because of this, there's a compelling need for them to succeed. Even God understands that. And he opens doors because he knows that for every resource that goes into this direction, there's immediate dividend for those who are vulnerable. You understand what I'm saying? So get out of your own comfort zone. Don't just be so. The more focused you are about your own success, understand that, let it count for somebody else. Let your success be meaningful for somebody else. Right? I don't give food to people because I don't believe in that kind of investment. First of all, I don't have enough money. I have little money, chasing a lot of needs. So I leave some other people to give people food, to distribute shirts and shoes. I don't do that. I focus more things that have high potential for reproduction, that can be reproducible, like education, right? Like education, like startups, like businesses, like helping people start businesses and having a conversation with them when they're going to help somebody start their own. So we're not just giving you money. When are you going to be giving somebody else? How's that going to happen? Can we understand that? Can we commit to that? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It is when each one is responsible for the other one, and we understand that all of us on this side of the earth are responsible for how the world is experienced, and that the actions we take and the decisions we manage becomes the legacy that we create, that others must have comfort in right after we are gone. Are we all here? Is that clear? Take that decision today. 10,000 bucks every month, 20,000 bucks every month, 2% of my income. From today, 1% of my income. Document it. Celebrate if you're a bigger business. Go to the press. Do media. We're doing this. Let us scale this good. Let it become popular. that people can reserve a part of their money to live society. Are we together? That's my first challenge to you. The benefit of that, though, is that when you give, it shall be given unto you. So understand that when you sow, you reap. And there's a harvest for the commitment, particularly when you bless environments that you don't own. Giving is not about just releasing money from your pocket. When you pay school fees, it's not giving. If you pay school fees of your children, it's not giving. That's duty. If you give your wife money to cook and to take care of the family, that's not giving. That's duty. Giving is when you empower a world beyond the one you own. That is giving. So when you give to friends and you give to family and all those kind of people, you are not giving. Who should you give to? You give to those ones. That's duty. But when you give to environments that you don't own, then you are a giver. I have to say this one before we move into the technicalities. Because this is where things don't scale. This is how somebody makes all the money and everybody. Do you understand what I'm saying? So be that bridge and take that decision now. How many of us take that decision today? How many of us take that decision? Take that decision. From today, I will commit to amount to the welfare of humanity, to the advancement of humanity. Every month, I will put 2,500 aside. I'm not asking you to do a lot. I'm saying just start a little fire and see what God will do with it. And you know that the more money you have to spare is also an indication of how much you are making. So as you put something aside, it's the one that gives bread to the eater and seed to the sower. So if you commit to the seed, he will give you the seed to sow. Are we on the same page? Next level now is bring technology to everything you are doing. I said that yesterday briefly, but I'm going to emphasize that very strongly now. And I'm going to just rush over the principles real quick and I get out of your face. Bring tech in it. You see, before COVID, online was the back door to what you do. After COVID, online is the front door to what you do. Offline is the back door. Do you understand what I'm saying? Online is not the front door. You see, Primark in the UK nearly died during COVID. Because before COVID, offline was the front door to his business. Amazon on the other one was, God knows how many percentage in profits, all through COVID. Because long before COVID, Amazon was, online was the front door to the business of Amazon. What that means is that if you are a shoe company, you are not a shoe company using technology. Once you do that, your use of technology is linear. It means you are using technology by buying machines and equipment. That's your technology. Because technology is like a miracle. Anything that creates ease, multiplies speed, creates affordability and comfort is a miracle. Hello? Yeah. So a plane is a miracle. You see? And that is technology. So when you have technology in your thing, that is the effect. Now, if you are a doctor, you are not, if you are a hospital, before COVID, you were a hospital that uses technology to treat people. So it means your use of technology is limited to stethoscope, X-ray machine, MRI machines. You see what I'm saying? But after COVID, you are not a hospital using technology to treat people. You are a technology company that is treating people. If you sell shoes before, you are not a shoe company that is using technology. You are now a tech company selling shoes. Do you understand? Before COVID, if you are a church or a ministry, you are a ministry using technology to reach people. So your use of technology is limited to microphone, keyboard, speaker, and stuff like that. After COVID, you are a tech organization that is reaching people. You are a tech organization doing church. You are not a church using tech. You are now a tech organization that is doing church. So So if you are a pharmacist, you have a pharmaceutical store. You are not a pharmaceutical store using technology like the machines you use to collect money and all of that. You are now a technology company that is selling drugs. Perfect example, Amazon again. When Amazon started, what were they selling? Just books. They were not selling anything, just books. But they were selling books not as a bookstore, but as a tech company. And when they dominated book sales and they became a master of it, they already have a tech platform that could sell many other things. They had a website that has attracted the whole world to selling books, and they have all kinds of eyes on that website. So, hey, this is the same technology. It doesn't cost us more. Let's put a shoe there. Let's put a shirt there. Let's put cream there. Let's put hair cream there. Let's put wristwatches there. And before you know what is happening, Amazon is selling everything. Because Amazon at that time was not just a bookshop. They were never a bookshop. They were never a bookstore. They were a tech company that was selling books. And so the speed of diversification is easier because of the platform you already have, which is technology. Are you here? So online is the line. Online is the future. I don't care what you do. If you cannot be represented online, you are jogging with speed into irrelevance.
Do you enjoy Olakunle Soriyan's content here on YouTube? Then you should be on Illuminate. It's the digital library of Olakunle Soriyan with over 25 years of private sessions, decoded frameworks, and content unavailable anywhere else. Visit bit.ly/PK-Illuminate to start your 7-day trial today. Subscription starting from $10 per month.
Because with online, you pass 2 critical tests. You pass the test of visibility, 3 critical tests. You pass the test of visibility. You pass the test of recognizability. You pass the test of transferability. Visibility is that all the computers in the world are on one spot. That's what you call browsing. Every time you are online, you are actually in front of all the phones, computers in the world. That's a big sea. That's some massive ocean, man. With tech, anybody, anywhere can see you. I always tell people, stop pursuing your dreams. Position for your dreams. And the best way to position today is online. If you take online away, how do people in New York see you? How do they know what you are doing? Right now, you could put your work on your website, and anyone, anywhere can run into your work. Anyone, anywhere. Barack Obama can see your work tomorrow. Bill Gates can see your work tomorrow morning. And that work is in Abuja or somewhere in a village in Accra. Once you have a phone, you have data. That's it. Anyone, anywhere can see you. So with that, you must enlarge the territory of your service. You can't be thinking of Abuja anymore. In fact, it is a self-initiated limitation to be online and think only of your geography. Once you are online, you've lost your right, really, to think only of your geography. You have to transcend the limits of your locale and begin to think universally. It means you are ready to pass the test of universality, not just of locality. Think of the biggest picture. You alone can change so much for us as a nation. You alone, just your app alone, can impact on GDP more than every other company in Nigeria. But you got to see that picture, though. You got to think of that kind of big money. I always talk to entrepreneurs, and when I finish talking to them, I say, man, they don't get it. Because all he wants to do is just shine, blow. What is blow? At 500 million naira, you don't have $1 million yet. $1 million yet. At 500 million naira, you don't have $1 million. and somebody is a billionaire in dollars, and you want to blow, what is that blow? That blow essentially is to achieve a status that puts a crown on you as a one-eyed king in the land of the blind. Because essentially the strength you pride yourself in is a very powerful thing because of the darkness of your environment. It is the ignorance of your locale that defines how special your state is. By the test of universality, you've done nothing. You're not a millionaire because you have 500 million naira. You are a millionaire with 500 million naira because you are in Nigeria. By the test of locality, you are a millionaire. By the test of universality, you are not one. Because you don't have $1 million. The moment the status you pride yourself in changes in value because you crossed a border, you were never there. The strength of a material is in its universal appeal. It's global weight. A wristwatch has to be a wristwatch in every country. It can't be a wristwatch in Lagos and be a shoe in Japan. Once it's a wristwatch, it's a wristwatch. You can't be tall in Jos and be short in Lagos tomorrow because you travel south. You can't be a millionaire in Naira and be a thousandaire in pounds because you cross border. Once you are a millionaire, you should be a millionaire in every currency. If you are not a millionaire in dollars but a millionaire in Naira, you are not a millionaire. The weakness, the darkness, and the ignorance, naivety of your environment are strengthening you in a status that is a lie, but that shines in front of the blind people who observe you every day. You want to be a millionaire? Don't work one more day then. Assuming my theory is untrue, just take 10,000 naira and go to Zimbabwe. You are a millionaire. With 10,000 naira, once you land in Zimbabwe, you are a millionaire. Billionaire, actually. You'll be giving tip like the tip. $4 million. 4 million Zimbabwean dollars. Tip. You will buy a loaf of bread, 8 million. You are eating 8 million. Only you. 8 million loaf of bread. Only you. The number is a technicality. The essence is the value. So at the end of the day, that is your goal. So what is the American? The same thing you are doing. If an American is looking at it, how is he looking at it? How is he looking at it? So at that level, seek to pass the test of universality. Whatever you pride yourself in, ask yourself, if I present this in Paris, will they respect it? If I present this in Brussels, will they respect it? If I present it in Rio or Sao Paulo or in the United Kingdom or in New York or Dallas or in Johannesburg or Conakry or Dakar, will they respect it? Or will I just be another one-eyed king in the land of the blind? Do you get what I'm saying? This is how they think in Microsoft. This is how they think in Google. Or is it only Americans who buy Windows? Or is it only Americans on Facebook? Or only Japanese people buy Toyota? So you have to ask yourself, when you are global, it's not because you have crossed a border. Once you cross a border, you are international. You are not global yet. There are so many ideas. I see African churches in America or in London, and it is still Nigerians coming there. I tell people boldly, Nigerians don't live in America. Nigerians live in America, in Nigeria, inside America. That's it. And then you build a church and it's only Nigerians coming there. Or you build a company, you build a store and only Nigerians come there. And you say you are global. You're not global. You are international, we admit, because you have crossed border. You are now global when people of diverse cultures and languages are investing in that idea. If you open a bank in London as a Nigerian bank, if only Nigerians are coming there, you are not a bank. Well, you are a bank, but you are a simple kiosk offering comfort to your people. You know what is sympathetic resonance? You see? So if you have a bank that is global bank, like we say, then the Chinese have to come in. The Japanese have to come in. The Americans have to come in. The British have to come in. Just like it's not just Africans who wear Gucci. Italians who wear Gucci. It's not just South Koreans who drive LG or use Samsung. You have to pass that test of universality. Think about that. So when you think about Japan, Honda, Mitsubishi, Sony, let's go. Hitachi, Panasonic, JVC. You could go on and on. Attracting purchasing power from all over the world and bringing it to headquarters in Tokyo. The same thing with Korea. Samsung is there. Hyundai is there. Kia is there. LG is there. Attracting purchasing power from all over the world and bringing it to headquarters. Boom. The same thing with Germany. Heineken, SAP, Adidas. Come on. Volkswagen, BMW, Opel, Mercedes, Audi. Purchasing power from all over the world, bringing it to headquarters in boom. The same thing with America. Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Twitter, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, Google, and all those companies that all of us can name a brand, like I said yesterday. Attracting purchasing power from all over the world and bringing it to headquarters in Seattle, or headquarters in New York, or in Dallas. That is the game-changing factor. Shepherds, idea shepherds, who understand that we can build something of such intrinsic value that the whole world can see, the whole world can invest in, and we can aggregate all of that value and use it to comfort our people back home. You see what I'm saying? So, the next thing you are doing, ask yourself, how does this make sense? Why should an American see this thing on his app tomorrow and pay for it? That's the test of visibility. Then the test of recognizability. It's not that they can see you, it's that they recognize you as a solution and as an addition to their lifestyle. So, the way you put yourself out, if you put amala for real, you actually make amala like that, black, and put vegetable by the side with big, big meat, and put it out. The white man is going to say, what kind of pudding is this? Or poo? Because they don't get it. But you must understand that pasta, macaroni, spaghetti is not your delicacy. It's Italian delicacy. It's not even European delicacy. It's not American delicacy. It's Italian. People branded it. They passed the test of visibility. They passed the test of recognizability. And then they passed the test of transferability. So we can move this thing from Milan to Africa and it will still be intact. So how do you do that? With amala. And these are not finished products. These are byproducts of a raw material. You see what I'm saying? So how do we move things like that? Because you have to pass those three tests. The test of recognizability. But to pass the test of recognizability, what you have must fit into the lifestyle of people. They won't just patronize you because it looks nice or because you are nice. It has to come. Did you ask for GSM? Did you ask for tablets? Did you say, please, Apple or Samsung, who's going to make a tablet? We need tablets. Did you ask for it? Did you ask for GSM? I said, GSM. Some of you, maybe you are millennials or Gen Z. You may not understand what I'm saying. But we lived before GSM came. Our lives were terribly slow and we didn't know. We didn't even know. We're not complaining. To us, we're all right. If you want to go and see your brother in Lagos, you are going to travel to Lagos to find out he's not at home. Yes. You are going to actually fly, risk your life, go by road. You could have an accident. Anything can happen to you. You are not going to meet him there. You are just going to go and find out that he traveled yesterday. In fact, they may tell you, oh, he just traveled this morning. If only you had come 1 hour earlier. He just left. Wow. And you will say, yeah, you just say, wow, okay. We didn't feel bad. That was how we lived. Our life was very slow. And we did not know. But some people knew. They now observed our life and said, human life is slow. How can we make it faster? So instead of him coming all the way, can he make a text and say, Uncle, I want to come tomorrow. So, I'm traveling in the morning. Can you come in the night? So text messages, GSM technology, phone call, and then everything became cheaper. Landline went off the grid. And then now, instead of coming all the way to Lagos, you could call, Uncle, are you there? And you pick the call and he's in Japan. Oh, I'm in Japan. Oh, you're in Japan. That's so what. Okay. Can we talk later in the day? I'll send you a Zoom link. Boom. Or FaceTime. And then they are talking. They're seeing each other. to see each other face to face before GSM. Face to face with somebody in Japan, I'm telling you, you are flying there. To see him face to face, you are flying there. That was even beyond call. To now see him, and both of you are doing the same thing real time. That's another level. You see what I'm saying? These are miracles. You don't understand because you just met into a generation. For us, these are miracles. Because we knew how our life was. And now we have speed. The game has changed completely. Right? Those are solutions. You see? You didn't know that you needed a tablet. Somebody saw your life as incomplete, designed a solution, blueprint around it, and then presented it to your life and it fit. Boom! Into your life. Like Lego. It just fitted, boom! Into your life. That's what you pay for. It's not a can have. It's not a should have. It's a must have. This is not just a problem you can choose. No, this is a solution that if you don't have it, it's to your detriment. See what I'm saying? So is that the level? If it's not at that level, go and work more. It's not ready yet. You see what I'm saying? Answer that question. What kind of premium people place on this? So at the end of the day, your idea has to shape culture. And what does that mean? Essentially, that means that whatever it is you are doing, please note this. Ask yourself, how does it impact on how people live, how people work, how people love, how they play, and how they die? That's culture shaping. 5 things. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, or all of the 5. Your idea must find a room in one of those, or 2 of those, or 3 of those. Every time you hear culture shaping, whether it's a product, or a ministry, or an idea, or a philosophy, or an ideology, it comes down to 5 things. Impacting on how we live, how we work, how we love, how we play, and how we die. How we live, how we work, how we love, how we play, and how we die. That's culture shaping. Think about it. Whether it's Facebook, or it's Twitter, or it's Google, or it's Microsoft, or it's Toyota, or it's Coca-Cola, or it's Pepsi, they are impacting on one or more of those areas. So how does your work do that for real? Whether it's Disney World, it's impacting on how we play. See what I'm saying? So how does your solution do that? Think about that. The moment you pass the test of visibility, recognizability, transferability, whether you like it or not, rewardability comes to you. People send purchasing power your way. You see what I'm saying? And then you look at 8 billion people in the world. How do you capture just 1% of them? Or 2% of them? Or 5% of them? Or 10% of them? If you have 1% of 8 billion, that's 80 billion people, 80 million people. If 80 million people are using your product, do you know how rich you are? Do you know how much money you have? Even if each of them are paying you just $1, that's $80 million. Are we clear? Yes. So, number 3 is, what story are you telling? What story are you telling? Thank you. What story are you telling? You see, let me tell you this. Listen to this very well. All human stories, anything you are trying to do, first of all, 20 years ago, if you come here, they give you the microphone and you start talking and you say your first word. So, life, people are going to look at you like, just 20 years ago, you almost cannot start a sentence with so. You have to start with something else. You know, we don't know, you didn't notice that. You don't talk like that. But now, you could just take the microphone and say, not that you were saying anything before. You just come and say, so we're going to pray Olakunle Soriyan. I take the mic. So, we were, and everybody, it's fine. You know why? Because we are in an unannounced age of narratives more than at any point in human history. At every point in time, we are part of an ongoing story. And somehow today, it is almost impossible for people to hear you except you are telling a story with what you're doing. The ear of the audience somehow is looking for that continuity of the story. You have to be telling a story. There must be some narrative. And I have concluded that there are only 6 stories in the world. And whatever story you are telling must fall into one of them. This is why some movies will never sell. This is why some books will never sell. This is why some products will never go anywhere. Because they can't find themselves in those 6 stories. What are these 6 stories? Number 1, tell the story of rice. Or what some people call grace. The story of rice. That is how something rose. Or it's a story of fall. What some people call grass. Or is rise, fall. Or grace to grass. Or a story of fall, rise. Do you understand? Which is grass to grace. Or a story of rise, fall, rise. Which is grace, grass, back to grace. Or it's a story of fall, rise, fall. Essentially, grass, grace, grass. 6. Go and look for the movie. Go and look for the novel. Go and look for anything. You will find them in those 6. Go and look for those movies that are struggling, or those ideas that cannot go anywhere, that humanity cannot just connect with. You can't find them in those 6. So what is this type of story you are telling? Because that's what humanity somehow wants to hear. These are tiny, tiny things you can miss as you are telling. People just don't want to hear you. You are not that important. People want to connect with you. You also want to connect with people. It's not because you are handsome. Let me give you a story. Let me give you an instance. If you want to get the attention of Gen Z and you say, I'm selling a cake. This cake is sweet. It's beautiful. This cake is amazing. It has so ingredients, so supplement, so vitamin. You're not talking to Gen Z. Probably talking to my generation, baby boomers. Maybe millennials. If you just tell Gen Z that this cake, for everyone you buy, we send 2 to Africa. That's it. They are investing in it. Because they identify more with causes. They demand transparency. You see? So, you have to pretty much fit that idea into that generation or into that lifestyle. There's a glasses company called Warby Parker. Warby Parker. They are probably the fastest selling in the whole world. They are actually. For every pair you buy, they send 1 to Africa. Man, that's how people are buying. You have a cake, you are selling a cupcake. Maybe you put a powerful coat on the cupcake. Even if it's a scripture or some powerful coat on the cupcake. And every time you are selling the cupcake, don't talk about cake, because everybody can make cake. People that make better cakes are on the ground. Say that we are instructing, we are empowering your day a word at a time. You know, you didn't talk about cake at all. People will pay for that. Or it's cake that you are really selling. How many of you know? What's this coffee company what's this company in America? Dunkin' Donuts. You know Dunkin' Donuts? In America, they sell donuts. But you know what they are really selling? Coffee. Coffee is what they are really selling. But they don't say they are selling coffee. They say Dunkin' Donuts. We are selling donuts. But their real business is coffee. And they are selling more coffee than people selling coffee who say we are selling coffees. But they didn't say they are selling coffee. They take it from their back. You have to find that pressing need and then take it from there. These are the investments. So it's not that the Americans just know how to make apps or just know how to push apps. It's that they pay attention to these things. Finally, as I leave you, answer these questions. Everyone living from 2020, new money has come. What did I say? New money. I don't care how you were attracting your value before or how you are creating it. You have to find that newness. You pretty much have to pivot or disrupt yourself. But there's a new money calling you. So the first question is, where is your new money? Or what is your new money? What is it? Either in the way you are doing your thing or away from it. But there's a new money calling you. It could be in your same space. It could be in your same industry. Like somebody says that, I said, what do you say? I'm a graphic artist. I don't think that will sell in the world. I don't think you can call yourself. You don't understand how narratives have just changed. There are rooms I come into today and I'm prophesying just because I don't say I'm a prophet. If I said I was a prophet, I would never get into those rooms. And I practically get in there and I'm prophesying. You know why? Because I say I'm a futurist. That's what I am. Because that is strategic foresighting. But I am more than that. There are things I've spoken to that were accurate, but I have no mathematics for how I arrived at that conclusion. Because it wasn't logic, it was revelation. But I could speak to it. And then it was coming to pass. And people were saying, why did you figure that out, though? At times, I stand in the place. I say that we have some, depending on who I'm speaking with, if we still need to penetrate more. But there's so much insight available. There's so much resource background that is not visible. But my representation is more critical than that resource background. Otherwise, they won't even give you a stake in that room. You understand what I'm saying? So, whatever it is you are doing, where is that new money? What is that new money? Next question on that is that if you know what that new money is, who is holding it? Who is holding that money? Let me ask you a question. Who is holding the money of Indomie? Who is holding the money of Indomie? All of us. Yes? Who's holding? Mothers. What do you say? Kids. That's the answer, actually. It's not mothers. The mothers hold the money, but the kids determine where that money goes. It's the kids that say you want Indomie. The mother doesn't care whether it's Indomie or Mimi or whatever. She doesn't care. But the kids say, we want this, we want this. Then the money goes there. At times, the person keeping the money is not necessarily the one that holds that money. It's just a custodian. Indomie is not all of us. We all eat it. But if you go and ask Indomie, where's your critical market? It's families. And in those families, it's the kids. That is why if you see all their adverts, they don't show a man and a man talking. They show children. It's children that are driving the narrative of the advert. Because that is who they are addressing. Critically, that's their target. You understand what I'm saying? So I asked someone when we used to do some single and married work way back with Pastor Bimbo Dukoya. And we were going to go and pursue some corporate associations. And I asked the team at that time, where is the money of single and married? This is a Christian organization doing single and married. Where is the money? You want to go and look for advert for your TV show as single and married. Where do you go? Shell? Do you go to Shell? First Bank? Where do you go? Restaurants? Maybe. Fashion? Maybe. Yeah? Universities? Church? You can't even go to church because church are looking for money. Church itself need money. That's why we are going to the corporate organizations. Wedding accessory, yeah, but you see, essentially it's family products. Just say family products. You see what I'm saying? Single and married. Sanitary towels. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying? What is it for singles? What is it for married people that are critical? It's not restaurants. People can eat easily somewhere else. So the money is in PZ. The money is in Unilever. Do you understand what I'm saying? The money is in Procter & Gamble. That's what the money is. Once you miss that question, where is the money? You have sent yourself on a wild goose chase. How did they call it? Wild goose. You have sent yourself in a different direction. That question must be intelligently answered. Just don't answer it with what you think. You can come up with what you think, but you need to talk to people, dig, investigate, and then say, where is this? Who is holding this money? Now, if you know who is holding the money, how do you reach the person? But when I say who is holding the money, I don't mean one person. No. I mean the demography. How do you reach them? How do you reach them? Where is the money? Who is holding it? How do you reach them? If you know how to reach them, I mean, how do you reach them? Like, where are they really? Do they congregate in a particular way? Is there something they like to eat? Do they sleep at a particular time? Is there somewhere they like to go? Is there a way they like to think? Where is the money? Who is holding that money? How do you reach them? If you reach them, what do you say? What's your story? What are you promising? What are you offering? What do you say to them? What's your message to them? If you know what to say, how do you say it? How do you say it? Do you need a podcast? Do you need some digital marketing? Do you need a website? Do you need some kind of pop-up stores? What? 5 questions. Every time you answer that 5 questions, it's either you are pivoting or you are building a new market for yourself. Where is the money? Who is holding it? How do you reach him? If you reach him, what do you say? If you know what to say, how do you say it?
Do you enjoy Olakunle Soriyan's content here on YouTube? Then you should be on Illuminate. It's the digital library of Olakunle Soriyan with over 25 years of private sessions, decoded frameworks, and content unavailable anywhere else. Visit bit.ly/PK-Illuminate to start your 7-day trial today. Subscription starting from $10 per month.
Feedback from the future.